Hey folks, Quill here, and welcome to our Monday live stream, and we are starting something new! Well, not new to the channel exactly, but a new long-form Let's Play. We are returning to Victoria 3. It has been some time. It's been, I think, about a year since we did a Let's Play for Victoria 3, which is crazy. There's been some new content since then. Not only that, but we have gotten the... Currently, I think it's the most highly rated on Steam expansion for a core Paradox game ever, which is nuts. People are really liking Charters of Commerce, which I keep wanting to call Chambers of Commerce, but Charters of Commerce, partially because the expansion itself has got some great stuff in it, but a big part of it is the good stuff that comes with the big 1.9 patch. I think it's called Lady Grey or something like that, which is very transformative. A lot of changes to the base game mechanics that don't actually require the expansion, but yeah, really good. Apparently, even the wars are better, like some of the combat and micromanagement and like micro fronts and things like that are better, but the big thing is massive changes to trade in particular, which sounds very exciting. So we got a poll right now. Check the chat if you missed it here. There we go. I'll repost it. Boom and boom. To determine which nation we can play as. We got a few possible highlights. First of all, do want to talk about playing Canada again, because I played Canada in the pre-release period for Victoria 3 almost 3 years ago, and I always said I was going to go back and play it again post-release, especially after some, expansions and stuff, just to see how things have gotten shaken up. And that might be really interesting. Canada, of course, has got lots of space, lots of natural resources, does require population increases, which tends to lead us into kind of a multicultural kind of gameplay kind of situation. And it would be interesting what we could do there. Perhaps even more aggression than normal. Of course, a lot of it's going to depend on what kind of independence we can get from Great Britain. So that was one of the things on the list. Another thing was, in general, visiting South America would be a fun thing to do. It's something we haven't done yet. We did do a Mexico campaign that was amazing, great fun. I learned so much playing that one, but something in South America would be good. Someone in Discord had asked about Uruguay. I did load it up and try to poke around. It seemed fairly challenging. I suppose it could be in the options there. I think in the straw poll, did I list Brazil? I played around with Argentina a little bit, which seemed to have some potential, although starting as Argentina seems like the first move is actually just go and eat Uruguay. And then someone on the Discord also said, hey, it might be fun to play as the Papal States. Especially we could stay as a theocracy, which would be interesting. Sort of like forming Italy via the Papal States as opposed to some of the other routes. Might be fun. We could be Pope Quill. And I got a request to try playing as Transvaal, way down here. Tiny, inland, African nation with a really, really messed up demographic based on like the government versus, what something like 98% of the population is there. But lots of gold mines that'll get discovered, and it could lead to a big stonking economy, although we definitely have to rush a bit of a push to the coast at some point. Not through the Cape and probably not through Portugal, but we could see what that would be. Is Gaza Nation South Africa still have 0 troops at the start of the game? I don't know. Can we tell from this screen? Yeah, 0 over here. So yeah, we could probably just declare war on these guys, get a little bit of coast that way. I think getting orange here, by the way, it doesn't matter where we're going to play. Everything's going to be mispronouncified to the max. Just deal with it. That's the way it goes. So... oh yeah, the voting is preference based. I mean, no first past the post over here. We do a ranked ballot. That's what we do. Quill declaring war on Gaza is not good. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I figured there would be some things with that name. Maybe all the more important to just remove it from the map as quickly as possible, so we don't get confused with other places with similar names. It looks like the South American vote, maybe it's because I've combined two places, of course, Brazil and Argentina, same thing, in that vote, is in a slight lead over Canada. So, I mean, Brazil is obviously the big chunky boy over here. And they got like their own dedicated little story DLC, didn't it? With some extra content. And that might be fun to see. Big population, lots of space available. You do start in 2 wars against some little break-offs, I think, that go on there. But it looks like you can boop them real fast. An Ethiopia playthrough at some point. That is interesting. Yeah, specific DLC for South America called Colossus of the South. Now, I'm just going to double check, but I'm pretty sure I've got all of that. Let me just see here on Steam. Properties, DLC. Yeah, Colossus of the South. Yeah, I do have it. That came out in 2023. And yeah, never played in South America. So that's quite interesting. And then there's also Argentina, which is, definitely smaller than Brazil, which might make it more of an interesting challenge. Did a little test start. It was like, yeah. So just booped Uruguay, and then was tempted to maybe start something against Chile over here. This gets eaten up by Brazil. I mean, we could probably grab Paraguay without too much difficulty, assuming it's not being protected by anything. And, at some point, arguably, settle down and chill out. We go frontier colonization as well and colonize towards the south. That's a definite possibility. And see what we can do there. Wait, the Pope's in a lead now? Wow. So that's cool. But yeah, so I really do at some point want to return and try Canada again, because I think that'll be interesting. And it is very different because you start off, you're not independent, right? You are a vassal, you're part of the Dominion of Great Britain. And so that changes the mechanics a lot. We did do one run in Europe. We played as Belgium. So we'd be doing a return to Europe, but I think it would be a very different experience. So let me go and check the straw poll right over here. Oh, maybe my page isn't refreshing. Oh, sorry. My page was super not refreshing. Even though I had the live results turned on, it definitely stopped updating. Okay, so it is in fact the Papal States that is in the lead right now. All hail Pope Quill. I think we'll give that a go. I like it. Now, we could do a special challenge, right? If we're going to Pope it up. Boom. If we're going to Pope it up, we could say something like, hey, we're going to keep our government as a theocracy with the state religion. In fact, I'm not sure we can not have a state religion if we are a theocracy, of course. I think that would have to change first. Now, this, of course, has the implication that there's substantially more political strength for the religious interest group. The Roman Curia is what they're called over here, which is going to have a pretty substantial impact on some of the rights over here. I mean, unless we get like a hardcore like reformer in charge of the religious interest group, I'm not sure that the rights of women are going to be progressed. And obviously, yeah, there's going to be the state religion, which is going to be one thing. I don't know how they feel about the citizenship and cultural, like multiculturalism. That might depend on the leader. And I was going to say, religious school is going to be the order of the day. In fact, it's already locked in there. Charity hospitals as well. So that's a big thing with the religious factions. So those are both locked in. Social theocracy would be better. Holy Roman Empire. I mean, yeah, that's it. We could literally be, yes, the Holy Roman Empire. Wow, we could get 100% legitimacy in a couple of different ways right away by bringing in so regardless, the rural folk, and then either the intelligentsia or the petit bourgeoisie, bringing them into the government could get us to 100% legitimacy. Petit bourgeoisie and the military could get us to 97. So we'll probably want to do something like that just to get a little bit more, just to become too legit to quit. Hope you play a game with the Morgan wrote mod. Oh yeah, I haven't really looked into the mods or know what any of them are. Yeah, I could create an empire that's both holy and Roman. I mean, I kind of feel like we've got our theme there. So we can see. We do start with education put in, although we're locked at only level 1. We've got some law enforcement. Oh, what law enforcement law do we have? Local police force. Okay. I mean, we want to go to dedicated at some point, but local is fine. I don't think we want to go up anymore because, of course, it would cost us more of our bureaucracy as well as some budget things. Start a stream, instantly get a phone call. 1 second. Yeah, it was my dad. I tend to prioritize answering the phone for my dad. You know, he's kind of important. So yeah, we only have rank 1 on the health system, which we'll have to do for now, and that's going to be okay. Currently, there are no eligible laws for me to change, so I guess we don't have to worry about changing that, although it might change if I go and do a bit of a reform. I kind of like this idea. I think I'm going to do this one to bring in the intelligentsia. I guess I could check to see what laws specifically people might be into. Intelligentsia are currently unhappy, although if we pull them into the government, that would make them quite a bit happier. So I think I'll do that. I mean, it will change it, right? Once they're actually locked in? Or are they just going to be unhappy in the government? I think they'll be okay. Yeah, there you go. A little bit happier. Not much, but it's a thing. Did that change? Yes, there we go. Now we've got the ability. We've got some support in government for perhaps some legal changes. Again, we might just keep the theocracy for now, though. We could switch over the oligarchy early. That would be interesting, going to census suffrage. No one get like super cranky about it or anything like that. And that would eventually change some of the political makeup of the nation as a whole. That's something to consider. I'm wondering about immediately going and working on the citizenship thing. We could consider making a push. Yeah, we could push all the way up to cultural exclusion, which I know sounds bad, but it's a hell of a lot better than what we've got now. And it wouldn't hugely upset anyone. Enactment effect on movement activism. Papal supremacist movement would start protesting. That would make them cranky. I mean, we could just bump it up one step to the racial segregation. So slightly better, much more support, and no one overly cranky. Oh yeah, that's the movement here. This movement might be something that we could suppress or might tweak over time. So maybe we'll just go and do that as a start. I do tend to like dedicated police force rather than local police force. I mean, I have to recheck all these things. First of all, everything may have been changed. Secondly, even if they didn't, my assumption about some of these things might be very incorrect. But I was going to say, I'm pretty sure the local police force does strengthen landowners, which is not normally what we want, whereas the dedicated one doesn't do that. So it might be a bit of a switch. Ooh, that is a lot of opposition here. Catholic traditionalist movement. See, it's going to be really interesting to work within that context. We could go and improve our censorship situation. The percentage isn't that high, but it doesn't dramatically piss off anyone. Oh, I really enjoyed Rogue Trader, Poker Faces. Dedicated police force to make people happy would be great. Yeah, that's the thing. It's always, you're trying to figure out, like, what is our biggest interest right now? Is it doing something that might help our economy? Is it something to help our overall political situation? Is it about appeasing and satisfying people, which also helps us politically? But yeah, now, right now we've got traditionalism as our economic system. That's pretty bad, right? Yeah, we get like very low investment pool contribution, which isn't great. The only other option we have is agrarianism right now, which I'm going to say is going to be a step up for now, right? A rural economy emphasizing agricultural development and community isn't really where we want to end up, but would be a step up for now and might be worth doing it. Yeah, Fortino Decay says, yikes. Yeah, first priority is get off traditionalism. I think so. And unfortunately, we have no other options at this time. So I think that's probably where we need to go. We need to get the industrialists or trade unionists in power to get interventionism online, which is probably our first like early thing that we really want to get. Yeah, feels weird. Quill's playing a theocracy, but straight away starts looking at social progressive changes, free speech, racial rights, etc. Yeah, it's almost like I can't help but be me sometimes, right? Oh, a little like marshmallow of a left-leaning socialist type person. Mm-hmm. All right, let's do this. If we leave this too long, I wonder if we're going to slip into communism. Every playthrough I say, next time we're going to do a communist run. Is this going to be it? That's certainly not what I'm aiming for on this run, which might mean we just slide ass backwards into it without even trying. We'll see. All right, tech-wise, I don't think we're in a place where we're going to rush an immediate war. Because sometimes you might start with like some key military techs just to get slightly ahead of some of your opponents and then try to snowball off that. I don't think that's the vibe for this particular run. when I'm playing as one of the Canadian ones, I do try to push up the nationalism quite quick because that's what you need to get to start unifying as Canada. But again, here, I'm not sure. Like, there's plenty of fine stuff in here. But again, I don't think I'm going to be making a rush up any society thing. I think I'll do the typical thing I do and start down production. In this case, we'll probably do the lathe because it's the final tier 1 tech to do. Because if we don't get it, then the tier 2s are more expensive, right? Because, yeah, ahead of time penalty. Yeah. So we'll probably just finish this. Stock Exchange, one of the best techs in the game. Oh, that's how we would unlock protectionism. Although I'm not sure we have the support for it yet. I can't remember. No, that's not. Protectionism is the trade policy. There would be support if we had the law. So that would be one thing, one part of it. The other part of it is, I mean, the market price impact might be useful. I'm not sure. It unlocks a new party. It leads to other things. Why do you say the stock exchange is one of the best? The market access prices impact is huge. You're saying that's really good value. It is a level 1 tech too. We could just get that. And it does, I don't think, this isn't giving us a corporation. I was just looking at what did, but. Wait, didn't the lathe? No, I was just looking at something that gave +1 to our corporation. What was I mousing over when I saw that? Oh, you're saying, there we go. Corporate charters. Yeah. So it doesn't by itself, but it leads to corporate charters. Yeah. So you're actually saying stock exchange first for the market price impact is actually going to be like super duper strong. I am looking for. I mean, the companies in the old system was cool. Now the new charters and stuff sounds awesome. Yeah, so we get 2 company charters over here. Tell you what, then let's get stock exchange because people are making the case that it's actually quite good. I actually don't know. Like exactly what this translates to and what the impact of all these things are. But then it leads to corporate charters, which is good, although there are some more tier 1s that we might want to finish. But we can start with that and then see, maybe we let these 2 autofill while we pick up like lathe. I tend to like intensive agriculture early just to really make our farms like crush it, but we'll see. All right, let's take a look at what our states are. We've got Lazio, which is where Rome is. So it's got 1.33 million people, very big, although all of our states have a decent number of people in them. Any special modifiers? I don't think so, right? We'd see it somewhere up here. Do any of these? Unless I'm looking in the wrong place. I don't think any of these states has a special modifier. I can't remember what it looks like. If I were to look over here. Yeah, okay, there you go. Up over here, the Great Lakes and Niagara Falls. That's where it would show. And we didn't see anything like that in the upper right corner of any of these, okay? So they're all kind of vanilla states. That's fine. Change the max difference between local price and province in your market. So if you produce in one province and use a good in another, it's huge. Is it without it, you're basically always selling and buying closer to just the baseline price, and therefore you're not getting to take advantage of the differentials? That would sort of make some sense. Let's take a look at our current market. So one of the things when I was playing around this morning and relearning it, I was like, how do I set up a trade route? But it's mostly automated now, I think, other than you can go and draft a treaty to like buy some, like transfer some resources and things like that. But I think it's mostly meant to be a lot less micro than before. With bad mappy, what does that stand for? I can't remember. Province. Oh, the market impact. The province producing will have the goods super cheap, province buying super expensive. Oh no, it can bring the price the other side. Okay. Paying a huge price penalty for out of province goods. I see. Yeah, so if you don't have anything vertically integrated into the same state, then you get punished a little bit more for it without it. Yeah, all right. Okay, groovy. Currently, we do have, it seems like every start I had, like, complain about the small arms start at the start, which seems like not a big deal. And yeah, there's sort of more auto trade to the world market now. So if anyone started to produce these, it'd be fine. I'm not really going to worry about this again. I don't think an early war is called for with the Papal States. We could declare some interests. I mean, unless we make the jump across the pond into Africa as an early kind of thing. Now, the interest was also important for setting up trade routes before. Does it still apply for that? Like, we need that for a diplomatic place. Yep. I thought there was a trade. Oh, there's colonizing. That was the other thing I was thinking of. Sorry. Not just the some of the diplomatic plays. It was the colonizing that was important with the interest, which I'm not sure what we have to do here. Interest makes more trade more profitable. Maybe we should do like France or southern France as well. I mean, Occitania's right next to us. Or go into the Balkans. I mean, we could literally consider expanding out in that area too. We don't need to declare an interest on the Holy Land. That's implied. We're okay there. Okay, well, we'll do that for now. We'll consider changing it afterwards. All right. So yeah, we'll try to push through agrarianism, mostly just to get off of traditionalism. Now, how is the meta in terms of buildings these days? You know, we might still want to go and make a couple of... Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, this hat is literally a Victoria 3 branded hat from Paradox. Can't tell from this side. But yeah, the Victoria 3 merch is happening. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're talking about the Holy Lands over here. Sorry, I was thinking the Holy Lands as in, you know, the Holy... I was thinking the Holy See. Let me see. Go South Africa for coral. I mean, we could just make a big jump. Yeah, because I've done that before in some of my runs, is I made a jump over here, landed here, eaten Transvaal and Orange over here so that I could get the gold going on. As a super early expansion. I mean, maybe we just do that. Do we just do that? I go and remove our interest in the Balkans and add an interest down here. Yeah. I mean, we need more gold so we can make some more kick-ass thrones and stuff, right? That is pretty important. Anyway, construction-wise, we were talking about that. Built too much construction in my game, but Brazil might be different. Yeah, I mean, part of it is it's very hard to predict how much construction you actually need because you don't necessarily have the math set up, especially if you're making changes in your economic policies right now, of how much private construction is going to happen. I think we'll probably go and get started. I'll probably go, and a lot of times with the construction, I'm like, okay, where do I have the most people? Of course, it's going to be Lazio. That's our capital with the most people. So let's go and build. I'm going to start with at least one, and then it'll also give me the ability to go and change its mode. We'll just assume we want iron frame buildings immediately once that gets started. So we'll throw that in there. Yeah, you need enough to drain your investment pool. Yeah. Anything else I want to do before I unpause? Yeah, these shortages, which seems fine. All right, let's unpause, leave it on speed 1 for a second. We might get some story pop-ups. So we got a fleet of a single ship right now. What is the math in Vicky 3 for the naval landings? Is it 1 ship per military unit for like optimal beach landings? I feel like the answer is no. It is 1 ship per regiment. Okay. So you can move it with less. You can drop some ships with dudes with less, but it wouldn't be good. Now, can we afford to build a huge military right now? I suppose we don't need to like war deck these guys on day 1. Although certainly we want to get in there before someone else does. Now, I kind of like the idea of recruiting an intelligentsia. I realize that they're unhappy. I don't know if they become happier if I appoint a general. I know they'll get more influence. Do they get happier? If not, we're just giving power to someone who's cranky, right? Maybe I should take the rural folk person instead. No, only power doesn't help their mood. Okay. Tell you what, let's take Melchior over here, one of the rural folk. They're kind of cheery. Now, I don't know about you, but what I like to do is I do tune this a bit. I don't see the point in having the armies and the navy on my main overview. The political lobbies and movements seem fine. The interest groups certainly. And then what I tend to like to do is pin some goods, especially the ones that are involved in the early construction. So it's like I like to have the wood over there so I can keep an eye on things. The iron we're not using right now, so it's not showing up. Sometimes I like to keep track of the price of grain as like sort of the default food stuff, either that or the groceries. I guess it's kind of interesting. We actually don't have that many things listed right now. I can keep the fabric because that's one of the things that can come into the construction, especially when we change modes here. If I go here, oh no, I guess from there it would have been fine. Or no, here. Yeah, tools, fabric, wood, and iron. See, tools isn't in the list either because I think we don't produce or use any tools at all right now. Let's see. We can force some of this. First of all, you would lose money if we went up to craft and sewing. I mean, so you say. If we switch, there we go. Let's put citrus orchards on for all of these farms. And this will result in a tool shortage, but we might start to immediately import some. I don't know. I guess that's a little bit dicey, but yeah, it's going to go to 70. It's going to go to the full tool shortage if I enable any of this. Yeah, because we literally have none in the market. Although, will it start doing some trade? I don't know. Went to full hardwood, you would lose out on some. And then again, here is some tools stuff that is in the key. Check how much army the very badly named starting with GG's. Oh, yeah, it is 0 over there. So I guess we could go and land here immediately because they do have 0 army. And then we could remove a confusing name from the map. That is just going to lead to awkward comments by everyone. Yeah, trade centers. Yeah, the trade centers should start adjusting for themselves. If we go... So we could confirm, first of all, that we've got some. This might be one of the things we do want to build more of. But these guys will start to pull things in. Tell you what we're going to do. Let's go and enable... for the logging camp, I'm going to enable sawmills over here. So that's going to create a need for tools. We get the shortage right away, but that's going to have to be okay. I'll go and give that a bit of a pin. And then we still don't have iron to watch. But yeah, I like to have those core things over here as a bit of a thing. We'll finish this first construction center. Let's set the sector, set the speed to 3. Yeah, I figure the sooner things change over here on the map, the less really awkward comments we're going to have from the various chats. Plenty of nations you can conquer with one army. Oh, we have journal entries we could be pinning. What is it? Oh, yeah. Path to liberalism, patronize romanticism. Those are pretty typical. I don't see anything special in here. What is this? We get nationalism. Risorgimento. I wish I could get more info on that right now. But I mean, we're going to get it at some point. I have no doubt. Yeah, if people can stop making political comments that are relevant to events going on today in the chats, I think that would be better and everyone would be more comfortable. I would be more comfortable. All right, how are we doing? 5 more weeks over there. Okay, let's go up to speed 4. Find the speed 5, especially in the early game, is like super fast. Okay, so that's the Italian unification. All right. So get the nationalism, look at ways that you can unify Italia. What does it actually mean, though? Risorgimento. What does the word actually mean? I'm assuming it doesn't just literally mean unification. Resurgent? Ah, resurgence. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. So that construction is done. Now well, as soon as I queue up a construction thing, it should go and put in a demand for iron. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and make sure we've got at least one tools factory for ourselves. And again, I'll put it in Lazio right now. I guess I could check. Hold on. Where is... Oh, Umbria is where the iron mines are, although there are very few peasants there. Yeah, we don't actually have a lot of iron as is, huh? In this start. something else to change. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and start one of these immediately. And yeah, we could just go on crude tools to start off with. We actually might not need more than that. So let's get that queued up. Did our interest kick in? I don't think so. I don't think I've been unpaused long enough for that message to come through. Or maybe it did. Maybe I just missed it. So with our one boat, let's see what we can do to get a tow way down in the south of Africa. We do a C node, plan invasion. Oh, I don't think I can plan it yet. I think I've got to let things click a little bit longer here. There you go. Now it's showing up. Now I think I can do it. No? Oh, can I not plan this until the war actually starts? I guess it's not like moving my troops to a front. All right. Well, let's get you pre-mobilized. Since you're the Pope, could you bless the rains while you're down there? Small arms shortage. I hear these military shortages are a lot more impactful than before. It can really hurt. Okay. I hate seeing all these shortages. Man, that feels bad, bro. Tools, iron. Yep. Oh yeah, we should probably make friends. I don't know, let's make some friends with Austria and France, maybe. You know, two big old neighbors. GB is pretty active down in the south. Maybe, you know, we may as well go and bring those up to the max for now. Start working on this. GB is not keen on us. There might be additional friction once we get down there, but we'll see. I don't have enough left for Portugal. Maybe I should have. Because Portugal is also in effect down here. I don't know. We'll start this. I think we can get up to 50 this way, and then it stops. So then we will see. No one else has joined any kind of wars over here, right? Okay. I think it's just solo. Do we have the Swiss Guard? No! We're not playing as Switzerland. Why would you think that we, as the Papal States, would have a Swiss Guard? That's crazy. Oh, right. The guys in the funny outfits. All right. We're in the end stage of the setup. Yeah, we're probably end up having to pick a side between these two. But until then, we're going to play both sides. We have a pretty nice gold reserve, which is great. All those tithes are really going to work here. I mean, we're running a deficit right now, but I mean, that's pretty standard. And especially when you have a surplus of cash kicking around, definitely correct. Okay, I forget that not a lot of screens actually pause the game here. So now we can plan like so. Right, okay, so we'll get the penalty for the invasion. I suppose, I mean, more troops is good, but if they literally have none, I guess I could split off and have an army of one for the invasion, and we just follow up the rest. It might not matter in this case, but what the hell. Let me go and go here and go here and move one infantry over there. Hey, what? I'll steal the oh, that's not how you steal the general. I'll steal the commander. Confirm. Oops. And then reopen this. And do this and do that. And select that. And go. If you want all, you probably side with France. Yeah, because I guess, right. Because I'm going to want Venice and stuff. That's a good point. Maybe I should just not bother with Austria right now. Or maybe I should as a self-preservation thing for the short term. You know what? I'll leave it go with Austria for now. I'm afraid of their war kangaroos. You know, they're very scary. So we're sending one guy in a boat to conquer Africa. Yeah. Yeah, just one dude. That's it. Well, it's dude and his friend, because it's like the one army unit and then the commander. So it's two dudes, really. Yeah, the Austrians have drop bears. Exactly. Where's Cool Man? He can have his spider sniper gun. Obviously, we're making increasingly labored references some confusion, which is quite apt for those of you who are fans of racing. The F2 race, there was one car that sort of got upside down on top of another car this past weekend, leading to some great jokes because it was in Austria, but some great jokes about someone being confused. All right, we have agrarianism. That was pretty quick. Oh, that's where I was seeing the +1 company charters from changing this up over here. Yes. Although I'm not sure that we have anything that we can do currently. Yeah, using 0 of 1 free company charters. So we have company charter, but not a company limit. So I did notice, right? Like in our technology screen, when we are looking at, in particular, the corporate charters, +2 free company charters, +1 max number of companies. Explain the diff. Oscar pre-Ascari in his homeland. Yeah, that's true. I guess the season. Right, this C node is the closest there. It looks weird. It looks like I'm gonna invade Portugal from over here, but no, we're fine. Low org at the front. I mean, it should be fine. We got the 100% over here with no enemy troops, so that should just be going. I guess what I should have done is I should have split the army off ahead of time, so I didn't mobilize all my troops. I just mobilized the one. How many charters like giving company monopoly? Let them build a regional HQ. Ah, yes. Oh, Kento's going to D&D. Nice. All right, so yeah, we're going to take this, get a presence over here, probably follow up, possibly almost immediately into a war against Transvaal. So we get the gold as soon as that gets discovered. Yeah, we're still working on that tooling workshop. I mean, the lack of tools warning has gone away. I guess we are getting the iron one, and maybe I should do this. Because I'm betting... I mean, we're paying a lot. We could go to just the wooden building so that we wouldn't have to deal with the fact that we've got a complete iron shortage. I don't know. Whatever. I think we just eat it. There you go. Done. Capitulation. Fini. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come back over here and we're going to just remerge these armies together. And station you here so you're already in location. I think my navy is going to just chill here for now, which I guess is fine. It doesn't make a difference. I don't know. I'll restation the boats back in Italy. That's going to be okay. Yeah, not enough trade for the iron. Yeah, tell you what, I'm going to do this, and we can go and see about, because I think there was 3 buildings complaining about the shortage. So there's still some buildings that had wanted it. And it's not really shaving much off there, and it might be a little bit better for our economy. Money's going up now that we're not in a war. Okay, but speaking of, so if we wanted to look at Transvaal, yeah, you have, I think if you were being guaranteed or something, it would show up over here. And 3 + 9, so 3 actual troops, plus you can conscript some extras. But we can theoretically, you know, we've got 7 actuals. You don't have the ability to conscript, so they could technically get more raw numbers, but the conscripts are real bad. Maybe build some trade. I mean, we're going to finish the tooling workshop first, so we're going to do that, and then we'll see where we're at. I don't know. You know what? If this turns out to be a mistake, we can just immediately re-roll and restart the game. Where's our bad boy? That's over here, right? Yeah, so we're fine on that. And yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be joining in anything. Boom. You hear there's gold in them there hills. We'll mobilize you and tell you to get up onto this front, please. Okay. Pretty rocky terrain. I think we should be okay. I think our troops are still mostly making their way down here. Oh, rural folk petitioning the government. Oh yeah, I should be doing another law maybe. What do you want? Oh, you want me to close borders. Ah! Freaking ultra-nationalist Italy here. No! I don't want any of that. That's interesting. I mean, unless we have something more aggressive than closed borders for now. No. Yeah, so I don't want to close borders because I will want immigration. I mean, something like that. I love the idea of like making them feel more content with the racial segregation law, which is actually more liberal than our current national supremacy. So that seems fine. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to double check that actually. Yeah, we could actually pursue this. Sometimes you can offer to you can promise something that you can't actually do. So yeah, we'll do this. And yeah, I will totally pursue that, which is going to be better. What are our cultures here? Primary culture. There's another place to see our cultures, right? Is it under population? Society. Cultures. So yeah, we've got South and North Italians making up basically everything. We have like a token thing. Some of those might be from people down here. So yeah, I think so. Currently, we don't have an issue. Have you tried to play Zulu? No, I haven't. I haven't played at all in Africa. Actually, it was one of the possibilities. Well, I guess we're going to be playing a little in Africa right now through indirect means. I'll play Victoria over EU. Yeah, actually, I do really want to play some EU4 again soon, especially before EU5 comes out. Man. I really want to revisit. EU4 has always been my favorite, but yeah, there's some new stuff for Vicky. It's been a while since we've played Vicky, and it's in a really good place right now. Got a bit of a shortage of convoys, probably because of reinforcing here. My understanding, convoys are not really used for trade anymore. They're really mostly used for supplying, like, distance things like this. Rousing speech. Yes, plus 15%! Yeah, no, I'm going to take the maximum percentage on our law push, please, and thank you. All right. Org was low. Oh, probably because you just got off the boat. Oh, they must have gotten some of their conscripts over here. We still have an edge, which is good. And yeah, hopefully before things start, we'll have capped out on some of these numbers. 66, getting a little bit better. And the war is about to kick in. I mean, we do have an advantage here. I think it'll be fine. You know, I would have liked absolute. Oh, you're isolated over here. Do you not have? Okay. Oh, there's one in the queue. So it must be in the private queue. There you go, a port over here. Okay, great, perfect. Definitely want a port over there. Yeah, and we need some more convoy production as well, so that we've got our proper support for armies. So hopefully we push through this successfully. First battle, yeah. Oh, we did a blunder, and we're still pushing through, although they do have poor visibility.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
We did. Hey, Gabriel. Thanks for the sub. You make sure, if you're on Discord, sync your Discord to Twitch, and you should get an invite to the Discord channel. Okay, Thal says, just joined. What's the idea here? We're the Pope. We're the Pope, baby. And we'll see. I mean, we'll see what the people demand. But right now, especially since we ourselves are the Pope, we're quite happy being in a theocracy. It might not be the most optimal play, but we might do it as a theme. We'll see. Yeah, the investment pool is growing, so we do need more construction sectors. I'll probably build another one out after this, especially since we're only on wood still, which I think is going to have to be until we secure ourselves a proper iron mine. Yeah, I think that might be the case. I think I might go and build a couple more construction sectors. Yes, go all in on theocracy. Make your goal converting other countries to theocracies too. Hey! Only the Catholic ones, obviously. We don't want any kind of Protestant theocracy. That would be nuts! Yeah, so I have tons of authority that we could throw in some consumption tax. Consumption tax on wine! Can you think of anything less Italian? God damn, that is some good money. It's my understanding Italian pops have an obsession with wine, so they do want to consume a lot of it. Damn, that's huge bank, though. Let's just do it. A lot of times I like doing, like, if they're into opium or tobacco, so that wouldn't raise very much on the tobacco, or, like, the luxury goods. I'll do that. Yeah, let's put a tax on the wine. And yeah, with all this money that's coming in, and this is while we're at war, we can definitely support having more construction sectors. All right, capitulated. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, which then opens up the question of, how is orange over here? What's your deal? Sorry, I want to go here. Yeah, even fewer battalions. Not protected by anyone. And we've still got some bad boy limit to play with. I think we probably immediately go to a state conquering. That'll bring us up. I don't remember. In Vicky 3, is it like 25 and then 50 is where like the big things happen with your infamy? So this is going to send us to like about like 23 and change. I think that's fine. I don't think 20 is the breaking point. I think 25 is the danger zone, right? Yeah. So it seems like very good for us to immediately go and follow up and do this. Hopefully my army, no, you're going back. Yeah, see, no, don't go back to the Italian HQ. Stay here. Oh, and we did get another army of submerging. So let's do this. Get that going in here. Yeah, War 25 is still okay-ish. It's not like the entire world is suddenly going to go crazy, but I know there's some penalties there. There we go. Let's do this. Let's do that. All right. There. You haven't had to go very far. That's good. You're still working on the port, which is great. And yeah, tooling workshops coming in, which is going to be good. Oh, GP might side. There was a minus 30 there. Oh, I hadn't seen that it was that close. They didn't insta-join, so hopefully we're okay. I know the more bad boy we have, the more likely they are to join on the other side. If it happens, we'll just re-roll. I don't like anything that lowers the success chance. So we'll do this. And we'll become some radical. That's going to have to be okay. All right. Construction sectors are going. Tool shortage. Well, we've got a tools factory now. So they just hopefully, yeah, start hiring. I could subsidize you. But I was going to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to... Ooh, I didn't realize the wood was so expensive. Okay, we'll have to see about that. I wonder, what is our woodsy situation here in the Papal States? Yeah, we can get up to 11 in Lazio. It says, like, job seekers, no qualification. That can't possibly be true. I mean, unless they're actually all hired. I'm not sure. No. Yeah. You know, you can't trust this qualifications marker, is what it feels like most of the time. I mean, unless there's a radical shortage of something. Seems okay. It might be, yeah, they'll get pulled. They might be working another job and they'll get pulled in here and it's going to be fine. But yeah, there is a little bit of a bootstrap paradox here because these guys want tools and the tools want the wood. I think, you know what? Actually, I think the tool workshop is hiring people. It is successfully hiring people. So they'll make tools, which will then get used by the lumber industry, which should hopefully balance a little bit. All right, we'll finish these construction sectors first and see where we're at. Oh, no, I didn't do... Yes, I haven't done any edicts whatsoever. I don't think greener grasses make sense for us right now, because I don't think we're going to get any outside migration currently with our current rules. But yeah, we could do social mobility, which is going to improve education access and give more qualifications. I can also... is road maintenance still improve construction efficiency? Yeah, let's do that in Lazio as well. These I don't know. I could do this to get a little bit more logging. I mean, I've got infinite authority right now, so why not, right? And with that in mind, I should probably promote social mobility throughout Italy. There you go. And yeah, we're constructing here, so we've got that. All right, I'm starting to remember things. It really has been a long time since we played, which is ridiculous, because I always liked Vicky 3. Because I'm not really into the military side a lot, especially with Victoria. It's like, I want to do the industry and the trade kind of thing. The relatively simplistic war mechanics and like some of the fiddly micromanagement in the war never drove me as crazy did other people. I acknowledge that it wasn't ideal, certainly, but I don't think it drove me as crazy as some other people. It might be more relevant now because I think we might be a little bit more militaristic on this run. Well, maybe not in Europe, you know, because we're not playing the nicest of people. We're trying to get a little bit better. Hey, law debate success. Okay, that is advanced. Or no, it didn't advance, just gave us an increased success chance. Okay. Mm-hmm. We haven't tweaked our army policy yet. I can't remember what our current military policy is. National militia. Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure what we're going to want to do is go to professional army, right? I think that's always what you tend to want to do. So you can, like, get the super high barracks limits and shenanigans. All right, let's bring up to speed 5 for a sec here. Ooh, Papal Austrian Fellowship. Okay, so that's interesting. So we have a lobby or a movement. Yeah, there we go. But we also have an anti-Austria league. I think we're going to take the stance that Austria is, right? Because they have, like, Venice and stuff, which is not cool. So yeah, I'm not going to try to get a defensive pact with Austria. I'm going to say no to that. Listen, the anti-Austria league, can I actively do anything from you? No, not right now. You might put in some requests. Intelligence is part of it, so that's cool. And the bourgeoisie. And then, yeah, we could tweak some things. I guess they'll be happier if I worsen our relations with Austria. I was going to boost relations as a defensive thing. Peasant movement. What are your deal? What's the peasant movement deal? So you guys are in favor of homesteading and collectivized agriculture. Right. That's some pretty socialistic-y kind of things here. What do you got here? This would give him more traction. Universal pop strength. Radicals from political movements. I don't know. Do I want to push this peasant movement? Although it might make sense for the story we're trying to tell. I mean, I don't really want serfdom or tenant farmers, so that's okay. I just don't know if collectivized agriculture and homesteading is the direction we're going in, but maybe it is. You know what? You guys just chillax for now. I think that's the answer. All right, this push is complete. I don't know if... I mean, we could potentially boop the Zulu as well, but we're going to want to let some of this infamy go away first. The art of doing nothing. Or the joy of doing nothing. Dolce far niente. Though previously opposing racial segregation laws. Again, as a reminder, these racial segregation laws are actually way better than what we've got now in this setup. Intelligentsia. Yeah, 10% more success chance. Always nice. More intelligence and rural folk attraction. That's fine. Yeah, no, I think this is going to be okay. And this guy's leader of the intelligentsia? Oh, he's actually the leader of the rural folk. So we could lower his popularity. No, I'm just going to welcome the support. Zulu have coal? Damn, okay. Yeah, well, we'll probably just let this tick down a scooch, and then we'll consider going after the Zulu. Expanding ports. Capitulation. Done and done. Some famine. Well, in the Papal States? Let's say probably mostly over here. So this is a new screen to me, this food security screen. Reminds me of some of the things in EU5. So we actually, no shortage. Hold on. Let's just tick. And this is all states. Although we might be getting... Okay, that did go away. I think there were some recalculations to sort of fix it. There's probably some devastation here and everything too. And so be it. Now this is unincorporated. We could go... Oh, I can't greener grasses. It's not an isolated... Oh, is it still counting as an isolated state region? Have you not finished the port? Is that still the same one you're working on? Oh, it's going really slowly because your construction efficiency over here is real bad. Yeah, okay. Well, tell you what. Let's make sure we road maintenance here to help out with that construction project. Because I do want to get that port up and going. Yeah. All right. So we will chillax over here for now. Yeah, it's got to be some issues down here. We will chillax over here for now, mostly because we want to let this infamy go down. But it'll also help to get this port set up. I'm not sure there's anything I can do to speed that along, unfortunately. Okay, wood's expensive. Yep. It's only getting more expensive with the construction sector, but that's going to have to be okay. I think we are going to go and get some logging camps. We're going to build it in Lazio, where we're building everything, and that's where our construction is as well. And that'll help bring down that cost. Although we still have such a surplus of money. I mean, I could drop the wine consumption tax. Meanwhile, if you make a colony, you can pay for an instant port. Can you? I remember building them before. I'm going to leave the taxes and everything where they are. I don't think we're going to max out on money. Because, I mean, we're spending a little bit more with more construction going on. And that investment pool keeps going. But I really feel like dropping one more logging camp right now is a good thing. Although, again... Yeah, you're fully employed and you don't have a tool shortage. Yeah, okay. We're not going to move over to hardwood production, because it would actually lose money because the hardwood's not worth that much, and the wood by itself is still a lot. So I think this is still the way to go. I guess that's a good point. Right now, not all of our construction is going towards the port, presumably. Can we see how much is actually being used by this? Is that the 8.5? Oh, they're both at 8.5. Actually, I think it's being split. Oh, is it just being split evenly? So if I did stop this, it would go all towards the other. I guess we could pause. After this logging camp finishes, I could just pause for a second and see if that speeds up the port, because it would be really good. Oh, we're discriminating against the Boer people. Under racial segregation law, which we were trying to push. Now saying that we'll refuse them service. Oh, discrimination is unacceptable. I mean, yes, I agree. So, do these people not understand that this law is actually... getting better than what we currently have? They can do what they wish. Oh, that's minus 20. Okay, well, I'll take the minus 10% hit then, I guess. The Boer, yeah. Listen, nothing is going to get pronounced in any way correctly. We're bored of waiting for the law to pass, yeah. Our percentage chance is really good. We did get through the first stage, I think, relatively quickly. I know there's some distractions going on. The Anti-Austrian League offered us opportunity to establish a foreign investment rights agreement with the Ottomans. Their proposal, if accepted, intended to counter Austria. Okay, that's an interesting idea. Listen, the Ottomans. Ba-da-ba-doo. So did that actually make a quest to make them, like, happy here? Because, yeah, there's investment rights. So if I went this, I think it would be, yeah, they would be able to build things there. I mean, we might be able to get it to go with enough whatever, but it seems fairly unlikely. I might have been looking at trade, I don't know, whatever. I mean, oh, that's interesting. I went to a downvote afterwards. Actually got worse. I don't think we're going to invest there, but we will go and improve relations with the Ottomans. Papal Ottoman alliance. Okay, it's fine. This is perfectly normal gameplay. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, listen, I'm working on the racial segregation. Contentious topics. Yeah, we've got a few. The peasant movement. You know what? Yeah. I wonder if we might try to dissuade people from joining this. Okay. Do I want homesteading? I don't remember. Is that land reform? Okay, no, actually, I would be happy to switch from tenant farmers, which just make the landowners more powerful, over to homesteading. Although, arguably, I think we've done this before, where you do this and then you get stuck in a very agrarian thing because your farmers, your rural folk might get too much power with this. Yeah, I guess they don't recognize that we're moving from... They're recognizing that we're moving to a law they hate. They don't realize we're moving from a law that's they should hate even more to the extreme. Yeah, what do you guys think about passing homesteading? I mean, a rural religious configuration is interesting. Here, we'll just do this. Because I was going to say, we might have wanted to dissuade people from following the movement, but I guess we'll just do this. We're not being forced into anything right now, so it's going to be fine. They want me to have... So I think they want me to get investment rights in the Ottomans, which I'm not sure is going to happen. We'll see what happens when our relationship with the Ottomans improve. Right now, yeah, very neutral. Well, I guess we capped out on France. Let's do Portugal next. You know, we'd be like, listen, bro, I know that we're both sort of being involved in the same area here, but certainly there's no reason for us to fight over things. There's plenty of Africa to go around. It's not, you know, something, I don't know. Okay, all of our construction is going over here. 24 weeks to that port. I'm not going to queue up anything else here, although we're nearly max on money, man. We're going to go into a pure iron shortage here again, because we don't have enough trade to support this, actually. In fact, we go to a wood shortage? No, that doesn't. Does this not look like it's telling me there's going to be a wood shortage, even though we're actually going to get a wood excess? No, this is the line for the iron. Okay, I was going to say, that's the only thing that makes sense. We'd have an actual iron shortage and probably not enough trade to kick in. So I'm not sure we can upgrade to that right now. I do want to put more construction, but I guess I'm going to wait until this port finishes, just to make sure. As a reminder, you know, when we're talking about stuff like, you know, taking over Africa, we recognize that these are jerk things to do and to say. I think, well, I sure as hell hope everyone is on that page over in the chat. Conceivably, we could attempt to push all the way up to cultural exclusion, which again would be making things even better. And that actually wouldn't make anyone turbo angry other than the papal supremacist movement, which we'll have to see what we can do about that. But it is a fairly low chance, so there's a good chance it'll just sort of stall and not really go anywhere and be kind of annoying. So we might want to look into something else first. I mean, I still might be fine with some free speech for our people, as long as, you know, they're free to speak about their love of the Pope. We could do the dedicated police force. Actually, 0% chance to stall. Oh, we could try to move up to per capita taxation, which, I mean, we're not actually hurting for money right now, but it would be moving us in the right direction overall. And yeah, no opposition from anyone who matters. Just the trade unions would not like it, but they're marginalized over here. So I like this a lot. And yeah, at some point that might change, and I can't change out of... I'm not going to go to isolationism. That is... Yeah. Oh, right. I could push immediately to homesteading. The civic nobility, the bourgeoisie, would really dislike it. But they'd only be at a -7, because we have so many modifiers in our favor. But there's a lot of stall chance over there. Yeah, all right. Let's do the taxes first. Yeah, we have crazy budget surplus. In fact, we could... As this cap... First of all, I'm going to stop being a jerk. It was funny to tax the wine, and it was making tons of money, but it is hurting our population. Let me do this, which will cut our surplus a little bit, and I might drop some taxes in a second here, too. We are going to spend more as we get our construction sectors going, but I'm just waiting. I guess I could spend money to, like, import some iron, too, as a one-time deal. We loan money to other countries. I'm not sure, but we could buy it. Like, if I don't know what the fastest way to find which country's the biggest iron surplus is. All right, like if I look at a good, I guess if I do this, it's sorted alphabetically, right? And then, oh, is it because I don't currently use any iron, so it doesn't show up in this list at all? Okay, out of curiosity, if I go and force the iron frame buildings, I know we'll generate an iron shortage. Sure, fine. And then world market. I mean, that's how much they're currently exporting, currently importing. Is this my advantage? Does this mean I could have them export iron to me very well, or iron relative advantage for exports? Export price in Belgian markets. How am I supposed to read this part? Because I'm trying to see. It's like, okay, so I mean, this is Belgium. I don't know how I can quickly get to Belgium itself. Okay, I guess I can just find it on the map. Because it's like, oh, I can't draft a treaty with you. Oh, I don't have the strategic interest. Right. That's annoying. What about one of my neighbors? Two Sicilies. Do you have iron? Ooh, can I get this in a list as opposed to icons? Oh, is this the only ones they've got for me? So I guess the answer is no. How do I find? I mean, in theory, the trade center will attempt to import some iron. Although, again, there's only the one trade center right now. That is going to be something else we're interested in building. I don't know that it hurt our construction time here, so we'll let it go. And it's very close to capping, but not quite. You know what? I'm going to say this port's close enough. I am going to restart this. Let's go up to... I bet you we could support like 10 of these. Well, let's just put in a couple of these right now. Like, there's no point in queuing more because it's just not going to get built right now. But let's get some of that because that will start to spend, which is going to be okay. And then it'll boost our construction a little bit further. Yeah, put some version of iron import. Oh, yeah. Gosh, where is that? So, I mean, we can change the tariffs. So, for example, we might want to... Yeah, there we go. Subventions, that's the word, not subversion. I could do this. So the government will help to subsidize imports of iron, right? Oh, is it locked? Is it locked for a little while? Oh, okay. It is locked for a few months. So yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, that ate a lot. Potentially. Market price. How do I see here how much I'm actually paying? But yeah, we have some space here. All right, there's a stocks exchange. So, minting's pretty good. Mass communications, because there's some level 1 stuff. I don't know. I think I am going to swing over. Oh, the lathe is nearly done on its own. I'm going to go and help push that. And then, yeah, I oftentimes like the intensive agriculture. I don't know. Let's finish the lathe and see where we're at. Hover over the icon. This icon? No, what I kind of want is like my budget over here. Subventions. 264. Yeah, so we're not actually paying that much right now. Oh, our budget's going up. Did I finish my construction? No? Okay. Although, maybe there was a little bit of a gap in between switching from one construction to the other. Dangerous gunsmiths. Armed forces are questioning the wisdom of relying on weapons imports from Russia. An acknowledged threat to our nation. Set up an arms industry. Russian menace has been exaggerated. Lowers their infamy. I kind of don't mind setting up an arms industry, except I don't know that we've got the raw resources to feed into it right now. So I think I'll tell them, no, just chill. Imagine changing tariffs several times per day. Ridiculous, yeah. Imagine announcing tariffs every single Friday and then revoking them every single, like, Monday. Maybe a week later, but what a crazy way to operate. So we have a massive shortage of tools, which is interesting because we do have our own tooling workshop currently. So yeah, it's making money hand over fist. Since we are potentially no, we still have the shortage. I'm not going to switch you to wrought iron tools for now. Okay. We are probably going to be forced to build our iron mines. Okay, we did get some iron mines over here, which is nice. The port's nearly done. Wow, there's a lot of iron in Transvaal. I might want to build it in Umbria first. I'm going to get one going in Umbria. What's my bad boy? 15? We might get up to 10 with the Zulu. I mean, we could check real quick. 6.4 is not bad at all. Portugal plus 24. So there's no prediction here, but Portugal might do it. I mean, they don't have the largest armies. So even if they did join, it doesn't necessarily mean an auto death. But like Zulus have a lot of battalions, but they do have like worse tech than we do. I guess the other thing I could be looking at is what kind of mobilization tweaks. You know, we could give our troops wine and cigarettes and chocolate. Maybe not opium. Some extra supplies. And make them go a little bit more. I could build some more barracks too. We could probably just take a beat on the Zulus. Although I think someone said they have a lot of coal. Yeah, 62 coal mines possible. Wow. Did we stall out completely on the per capita taxation? Boo! Brr. All right, well, that'll take a while. We might just get a setback, like some setbacks and a reset. We'll see. Is E3 more complex than EU4 and CK2? When does it take to plunge while it's on offer? Oh, and it should point out, I think there's a deep Paradox sale going on right now too. So there's a lot of Paradox stuff that will be a little cheaper. All right, yeah, well, sponsor complete rewrite, reset it back to 10. Vicky is, I don't know. The problem is, God, all the Paradox games have their own type of complexity. The difference is that sometimes the complexity is like more approachable. So I don't know. In some ways, Vicky with some of its automation isn't that complex, but the systems behind it are like huge. Okay. Oh, there we go. Up to 20%. That's good. We've got our lathe with some extra modes. How's the society thing? Okay, that mass communication is nearly done. It might be worth, because I think it would be great to get the corporate charters unlocked. I wonder if we should push through over here. You'd have to research empiricism and banking. We could just, man, we don't need the money from banking right now. Or, so I like this into nitroglycerin, although nitroglycerin we need what? Sulfur for the explosives? Which I'm not sure that we've got. Yeah, the new trading system I think does simplify things because there's a lot less to micromanage. Oh, Romagna's got sulfur. 48 sulfur mines possible. Okay. No, okay, I think I like that idea. Lathe done. Let's go intensive agriculture. And so we could go dye workshop. Actually, that would be fine. And make us some money. Okay. And yeah, tooling workshop, I really do want to get to the next mode here, but not until we get the iron situation sorted. Yeah, grain's cheap enough. Yeah, okay, we can do this. It'll add profitability a little bit on the millet farm. Oh, need dyes over there. Okay, probably that's going to be fine. JM Boswick, this is really me learning 1.9. So no, I don't have a video for 1.9 yet. And Quill just said it's a good day to dye our clothes. It's a good day. Yes, it's a good day to dye our clothes. Exactly. All right, yeah, get that iron mine. And it's possible if I queued up a second thing, we'd have enough construction to be building another one parallel, but also like this. So we're getting cotton plantation in Umbria, which should help our textile industry make even more money. So yeah, now we're running a deficit, which is fine. We're far from being in debt. And the money we're spending is theoretically money we're spending to make money. I could always go and put our consumption tax on wine again. Oh, our poor people. But yeah, hopefully the taxation, hey, there we go to amendment, because this will also help our economy a little bit. Start by building whatever's most profitable so you can... Yeah, I mean, a lot of times when I'm playing Vicky, and I'm not sure what to do, I go into the build mode over here, the production lens, okay? This is where we build things. And I mean, development ones are sort of... I'm actually really happy they moved all this tab, because it used to be some of them were under here, and some of them were under here. I don't know, it was a whole thing. So now it's all there. But if you look at the buildings that for agricultural resources or urban, and you click on them, you can see how much earnings you could expect from building a building in your various states. So I'd see, okay, livestock, 0.53. Millet, 4.6. Vineyards, 0.75. Okay. Wheat farms, 42. Oh, banana plantations. We get 1K out of that. So I go through and see what makes the most money. Hey, cotton plantations, although that's one of the reasons I guess the industrialists are building on their own. And then sometimes I just build what makes more money. Look at this. We can get into the big tobacco. Where's my face cam? Might be okay. Actually, I kind of think we can probably put the face cam here for Vicky 3 and not be in the way. We'll see. Yeah, so like a lot of times I will do this and just see what is the most profitable building currently. Hey, logging camps 1.38. The other thing I like to do when I'm trying to decide what to build is based on your construction mode, you're using certain goods. So right now, with the iron frame buildings, we're using tools, fabric, wood, and iron. And then I like to pin them over here, which actually now I can finally pin iron. There we go. And so I will often watch the goods that are based in the construction district, because this represents a pretty big expense. If we as the government are building things, and if the cost for those goods that we use for construction are expensive, then we're spending a lot of money on the construction. So a lot of times what I'm looking to do is build these manually, and then hope that the industrialists that are, just doing their own private construction, hopefully are just doing generically good, profitable things. Logging camps are the cheapest way to promote pops out of subsistence relative to construction costs. That's a good point, because they don't really need a high level of education or anything. Like the promotion is pretty easy. And the wood is expensive right now, not the most expensive. Really, once we get the iron mine in, first of all, hopefully we alleviate this iron shortage fairly quickly. But then we'll also hopefully be able to switch our tooling workshops to use iron, which will go and make even more tools than before. So that's what we're sort of looking for currently. And only 200 construction, right? That builds quite quickly. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so that's... oh, no, it's not done yet. Discord. This would take... Okay, so the interest group pop attraction would move from the religious interest group to the military one for 10% boost. Here, I think I'll just do this for the max plus 15. I really like increasing the success chance of this as much as possible to make sure that it pushes through. There we go. New level of tech unlocked. With our current army, singular. It's interesting. There's like the upgrade all or... Oh, no, we do have some of these. Okay. I think it's probably fine for us to get these upgrades going now. Make sure everyone's on the latest version while we're not currently in a war. It's going to change some of the resources we need, but I think then we'll be ready, and that's okay. When do we expand into the prosciutto market? Oh. I had some really lovely, really nice salami, capicola, mortadella upstairs. That's going to be my post-stream snack. And yes, there's a new system now. You can get like prestige versions of some of the goods. I don't know if they get different names or they just like prestige whatever. Okay, so that's done. I'm curious here. So our iron mine, our one that we've got in Umbria, and that's it. We don't have any modes for you. Yeah, you still want the tools. Bit of a tricky. I guess I could go and I could subsidize. Yeah, so we actually have some import tariffs on tools, which I don't want. Yeah, let's get that to help bring it in a little bit. We still have the iron one, and it's not really solving things. I mean, we'll see if the iron stuff improves a little bit, just because, like, they haven't done their hiring yet, right? We'll see if this drops. I'm going to go and start maybe one more lumber thing for now. I suspect we'll need a fair amount of iron mining. Yeah, let's throw that in Lazio. Or, yeah, that's a good point. What if we just slap down some more trade centers right now? Just to help it auto-balance a little bit more. See, I'm not used to having to build that. It's not a bad idea. Oh, and they're super cheap. Here, let's go up to like 5 in Lazio. Let's get lots of trade happening. Check region screen for trade capacity. Well, I know that if you go here at the trade center, you get these numbers. Right, trade potential, and this is trade capacity. So I guess these being at 0 trade capacity means we have none to spare. So building is good. And is this how much I would like to do? So I would like to do 145, now 133. Gold depleted, which I think means we can build gold mines now. Yeah. In overview. Yeah, I don't know, Darv, you're going to have to be more... Oh, wait, overview here. Trade capacity. Using 10 of 10. There we go. And then with a little plus button. There we go. Nice. Cool. So I think if we're going here and we're checking trade center, and I think if these are zeros, I think that might be a sign of like build some trade centers. Trade potential changes really fast. It has a warning and tooltip. Oh, in the potential side. Yeah, I mean, we saw it change sort of in real time right then. Does that have a warning in the tooltip? I guess here. Should not be considered an accurate predictor of trade volumes. Good to determine which goods trades. Yeah. But I guess the 0, we might like this to be above 0. Yeah, we're kind of Vatican City for this one, yeah. Papal States, run by the Pape. All right, go trade centers. They do build fast. Maybe I should have built them sooner. Still need a 1.9. All right, much to the chagrin of all the Italians, we're going to go and put our consumption tax on wine again. Probably gonna, I don't know, you know what, screw it. Close one as well. Offset this a little bit. I don't mind going to debt a little. I want to try to avoid going too much because I don't want to pay interest. All right, up to 60%. It's better. Okay, did we build the first one? No, we already had 1. Okay. Right, I'm bringing it up to 5. So I had 4 in the queue. I had 5 in my head and I was like, oh, there's only 4 in here, so maybe it's fine. There you go, positive. Okay, so the trade potential isn't necessarily using it directly. We now have a slight surplus, a little bit more. But how do we know if there's a shortage? I mean, should I be building this up to like hit maybe triple digits to cover this? But it's clearly not all in use right now. You know what? Stop there. Should I get all these to be at least positive? All right, some of these deficits are going away. Usually build when no trade available. So you're saying you would like all these to be above 0. So it might be worth having 1 everywhere so that they can move some goods around. Or at least maybe in the more populated, like core Italian places. All right, we have our per capita taxation. Money's going up like crazy. Of course, we're not building anything right now, so that very much makes sense. Ooh, something is unpinned. What didn't we pin? From farms to factories, which is just, yeah, get rid of our peasants. Okay, we don't really have to worry about that. That'll happen eventually. This lobby opportunity, I don't know. Yeah, they really don't like me enough for these sorts of things, right? It's like we can't get our investment rights. I mean, maybe we can bribe them with something else. Like I can offer you wood, but we kind of need the wood, so I don't think that's going to be the case. The patronized romanticism might be okay. We can get level 2 arts building. How's our taxation? Okay, our bureaucracy is fine. How's our taxation capacity everywhere? Yeah, we're fine. So we don't have to worry about that. Oh, how about our universities? Yeah, we could go with a bunch of universities. Art and rum's kind of on brand. I mean, you're right about that. Taxing wine is good. Maybe get people interested in coffee instead. I mean, we're not going to invent the espresso machine until like the early 60s, I think. I don't remember when that happened. You know what? I think, okay, in the core Roman provinces, I'm going to make sure each one of these has a trade center as well. Having at least 1 university in every state is good. I mean, that does help the qualifications, so that is true. We still have the big iron shortage. Well, it's not a shortage, but it's, well, no, it is. It's not enough to like do the pop-up at the top here, but it's still pretty bad for the iron and the tools. So I think we are going to go and get at least a couple more iron mines in Umbria. Yeah, I guess once I've got one of these trade centers everywhere, I can put the auto expand on or something. But I think it's too early for them to be on autopilot. There we go. So Romagna just got its own and should hopefully start hiring. And Lazio doesn't have as much capacity as it did either, so it might be worth throwing some more in there. I'm the gold reserve. Well, we did run for a deficit for a little while. Now we're positive again. Well, negative with the building. And we're still... Oh, we are in the iron frame buildings. Okay. Yeah, we'll go into debt a little bit. Hopefully not paying too much interest. I might finish these and then... Yeah, it's not at 70. Okay, hold on. I'll do this, possibly because some of the trade is going on. We are also subsidizing our imports, so we may need to go and cancel that on the iron sooner rather than later, especially as we get this extra iron mine done. Steam-driven instantaneous coffee beverage making device was invented in Turin in 1884? Really? There's something else I'm thinking that we think of as being super classically Italian, but is actually a surprisingly recent invention. Is it like carbonara? Is that the one I'm thinking about? That we think of as like, of course, I mean, everyone knows carbonara as a pasta dish, right? But is that the one that was actually, well, it kind of really only became a codified thing in the 60s? Bizarrely. Carbonara 70s. Oh, there you go. Ciabatta bread is from the 80s. Wow. But yeah, I was thinking the carbonara. The carbonana. All right. So the iron is no longer critically deficient. I do want to swap our tools to use this. Okay, I'm going to do it because it's not going to lead to a deficiency or shortage in the iron. It's going to push the demand back up again, but that's okay. We are building another iron mine. I suspect we'll need more than this to alleviate that. Tiramisu isn't very old either. Ah. I guess that makes sense. It's actually a fairly complicated construction. Like, there's nothing about tiramisu that screams like rustic peasant dish, right? So it makes sense that it's a little bit more recent. But it is funny, like, our perception of things. Like, if you were making a movie set in Italy in the 60s, there'd be all these things you would assume would be typical Italian things, but would actually be anachronisms, which is very funny to me. All right, our bad boy's gone. Do we build a couple extra? Again, we might be able to take the Zulus as is, because again, in theory, our troops are a little bit more advanced. I think what I might do is train up, say, one extra artillery and maybe a couple more infantry just to make sure we've got the numbers. And yeah, we'll have them based mostly in Lazio. I know they're complaining about not having the trained presence. I'm not entirely convinced that's true. I guess we'll put the artillery in Romagna, and I'll split those a little bit. Oh yeah, we get you up to the cap of 5 as well. Real problem is that pasta no longer grows on trees any longer. That was I'm sure, a reference to this great BBC April Fool's special about the Italian spaghetti harvest that apparently got a lot of phone calls from people being very curious about it, not realizing that it was a joke. Oh, hey, Tidy. Yep, we just started. And I'm not running on speed 5, so we've got time to sort of be chill. When I run on speed 5, it's mostly like I'm playing like almost like a turn-based game. Speed 5, pause. Speed 5, pause. Yeah, those are still pricey, and that's going to be okay. Finishing the iron mine will help a lot. Yeah, we're slightly in debt and running a deficit, but very manageable. I guess the small arms situation could also be something we could consider. Again, we might... Tell you what, I'm going to go maximum subventions for now on that. Especially since we are building more of these things. But I might want my own little small arms factory. Oh, how come? Wow, all of a sudden we've got a gold reserve. Oh, speaking of, you know what we could be doing is building gold mines. I hear that's a pretty good way to make some money. Maybe we should start on that now. Although, what's the construction efficiency over here? Yeah, minus 80%. This would build super slowly. And that's down here. Yeah, lots of turmoil, starving pops. How do we get more food to you? I mean, we've got the port now here. What's the problem? You don't have a shortage of infrastructure. I guess I could get you a local trade center or something like that. I'm assuming it's just the turmoil related, which we could do some violent suppression. Oops. The beatings will continue until morale improves, right? Oh, emergency relief. That's a good point. Oh, I can't. Yeah, it doesn't have flood, wildfire, drought, It doesn't have more than 20% devastation, and it doesn't actively have a famine. Therefore, I can't give them emergency relief. They're not starving enough. Come back when you're really, really hungry, and then maybe we'll think about it. Oh, man. How very Christ-like of us. Be more poor. Exactly. All right, we got another place. We got some training going on. We did. Oh, I guess I never enabled these things. I mean, this will certainly cost a lot more when we're going, but yeah, I'm going to activate the extra supplies. No, we're not going to go force march. Here, it's not, see, it's liquor, not wine. I really wish this was like, have your wine ration. Maybe we'll just go extra supplies for now. But I think I do want to go and get our war going with the Zulu here. Okay, Portugal, plus 10 on that side. We did push to make friends with you. And again, you don't have the world's biggest army. Last time I checked. You'd be a little annoying if you decide to jump into the war. African states don't have any trade centers. They can't import the food. Not even from the local market? Or they just not have enough money to import it from the local market? Because I don't think you need trade centers for internal trade, right? But I don't know. I clarify, please. Yeah, I could just go and... I do think what we probably want to do is do the thing where we have a trade center, like a positive number everywhere. At the very least, maybe have one trade center so they can do some adjustments. Let's see, 63. What's the cheapest there? You need if they're in a... Oh, if they're in a different market zone. Oh. Anyway, these do build fairly quickly, although they have bad construction efficiency over here. Let's go ahead and get one in each. If they join, take Portugal's African coast. I mean, then we really want the infamy padding so that we can go and add an extra demand. And we might be able to, like, if we just get this set up ahead of time. If Portugal decides to land in Italy, that'll be bad news bears, though. Won't love that. All right, I think we're going to try this. Let me start by making sure that y'all are HQ'd. Oh, just got a Steam message letting me know that one of my Steam codes got revoked. That happens sometimes. The preview codes I get, some of the companies withdraw them later. So yeah, we'll get you guys to come over here. Low org. Oh, but no, okay, you're fine. I don't need the Navy. And in any case, this could enable them, like building trade centers here could enable them to buy stuff from the global market. That might not be a bad thing. Oh, we have the convoy deficit too. That's not great. Do we still get convoys from ports? Yes. So I might want to do the thing where I have actually, like, which kind of like, is we could do one port in each one of our coastal provinces as well, just to make sure if there's anything weird and things getting cut off, that they're still in good shape, and that'll generate lots of convoys for us. Oh, the Zulu started improving relations. That's funny. Okay, army is still traveling. They're nearly there. Okay, well, we could start setting it up now. Conquer state. So Portugal's, yeah, this number for Portugal keeps going down and down. The Marina's coming in, hopefully not too much. I'm really hoping they don't jump in here. I mean, is hope a valid policy? Also, I should have been looking at maybe more law changes. Yeah, we still can't hit the professional army, which is too bad. I'm wondering about switching to the dedicated police force at this point, though. Or you know what? Ooh, civic nobility. Man, I'm just worried that's going to make our rural folk too powerful. What I really want is a powerful trade union so we can be the communist theocracy, if that's such a thing. Oh, it can move to protectionism from mercantilism. Export focused. Yeah, which plus 20% maximum subventions on imports. If I go to protectionism, then I can go to plus 50 on things that might be needed. Although I don't know that that's necessarily what I'm going to want to do. Okay, that's one idea. I also really want frontier colonization, so that we can expand neighboring our territory. Papal States is a colonial country. What does this mean? Is this just a trait that you have or you don't have? I'm wondering if I just can't do this one as the Papal States. Because this one's nice when all you want to do is colonize things adjacent to you. Oh, it's only next to homeland. It's not owned provinces, it's homeland provinces. Okay, that would certainly make a lot of sense. Oh, we're short on groceries. Yeah, let me go ahead and do this as well with the maximum. That's, I think, because of our extra supplies does go and do that. Colonial countries like a charter company or such. Oh, okay. Fudge. Portugal sides. All right. Well, we were certainly scared of that. Portugal's got some territory there. I'm going to add in that I want to conquer the Portuguese territory. Oh, I meant to do a safety save before you did this. Because, like, I'm fine with doing a lot of YOLO modes in the early game. Because, you know, who cares, right? If it goes badly, you're like, all right, I'll restart. We've got barely any years into it. But I did mean to do, for the purpose of our streams here, I did mean to go and do a little safety save. We need the ports. I know we have no convoys here. I'm going to cancel this one, and then we'll get the ports a little higher up. Especially, I should have, you know what? We should have waited to get the ports in before we got this war going on. I forgot how many supplies we'd have to send here, especially with my extra supplies setting. Portugal is now damaging our relations. All right. And there's no one to sway. I mean, out of curiosity, and I don't think, like, all these autosaves are from probably after we started the war, yeah? I mean, we might be fine. I don't know. That's a lot of troops on the other side. A lot of troops on the other side. Should we check? I'm not opposed to saves coming at this point. I don't remember when we started prepping this war. So what's our earliest autosave that we have access to over here? March 1st. Let's see. Oh, that is from before we started fabricating the war. Okay. Good. Because yeah, getting those ports. Yeah, let me cancel you and you, and let's go with plan. Get these extra couple of ports going on. And we got positive convoys right now, but it'll change things. Zulus are improving relations now. That's funny. Where to play only take 2 months. Okay, so I didn't have to worry about going back quite so far. But yeah, that's fine. Okay. What have we started doing? I think we'd started to consider the homesteading. Oh yeah, there's huge negativity for it, but yeah, I want to get off of tenant farmers. You know what? It's fine. Let's see what can go on here. I can start moving the troops back there. I guess I might still wait though, because moving the troops at all has probably sent our convoys negative at the time. So yeah, we'll just wait. We're probably going to stall out on the homesteading, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. Papal States will learn chronomancy. Exactly. Okay. What are Private doing? Arts Academy. Oh, okay. Yeah, working towards romanticism. Actually, if that's just the first one in Lazio, that is, I might go and queue up a second one, because if we get 2, we can do the patronized romanticism, and that'd be nice. All right. So we got a trade center down here is now finished, which may or may not help them. I don't know. But yeah, we'll get the extra ports going for some convoy stuff. And then we could always look at just more of our internal economy a little bit more. Suez Canal just going to show up when it's time, or is it digging part of the game? It is a project to do. You need control over the area, and it is a project that you can run to dig out the canal, if I recall correctly. Unless I'm wrong, and I'm never wrong. Fail. Yeah, I think homesteading is going to have a pretty hard time passing. But we'll see. Okay, let's go to speed 5. And who knows? Maybe... Oh, yeah, we're still just neutral with Portugal. Yeah, maybe we'll bring them up to, like, at least another level. And then see if that will help our situation a little bit more. And then... trade centers. Yeah, so we're back down to 0 over here. And especially in our bigger places. Oh, +1. But let's get these guys over here. Oh, -1. Oh, it can go negative. Nope. Okay. Yeah, let's make sure at least in core Italy. Wait a minute. That's not core Italy. Wow, you have a lot of peasants. Wow. Well, you know what? There's a lot of people there. We'll do it. Yeah, Umbria down here. Let's do that. Make sure you've got the surplus. Plus 10% chance for the bill to pass. Rural folk get a little cranky. That's probably fine, because they're probably okay with me, yeah? Yeah, oh, they're plus 20 right now. Yeah, I don't want to worsen the success chance. Oh, this we get an automatic phase boost. It's going to slow down the enactment time. That's fine. Okay. What do you export from the African islands? Cattle? Oh, well, gold over here. Not that we've built our gold mine yet. Yeah, gold. Yeah, gold isn't good. It just goes straight into your treasury. But in my head, you know, that's what we're doing. We're exporting it from here over to Italy, is what I'm thinking. Which isn't actually how the game mechanics work for this, but certainly what it feels like. Yeah, get the food industry. Get those groceries going on. They tend to be pretty good money. Got that. Improving relations. I don't think I can support more construction sectors right now, just based on our cash situation. Although, man, wow, the private investment pool is growing. I mean, I guess I could build more construction sectors and then not always be producing for myself here. We can pause the government side. Problematic policing. Radical. Austria likes us. Oh, pause. Trade union pop attraction. I mean, I don't think that's going to be enough to do anything. -1 industrialists and landowners probably isn't going to break us. Oh. Yeah. Oh, let's do this. Yeah, we're not going to appease the Papal Austrian Fellowship. Screw those guys. Recent investment in Lazio. The raw goods industry is going up. Industrialist pop attraction. Well, I don't want landowner pop attraction. Yeah, no. Let's go the industrialist route. I think that's going to be best for us. Not that the industrialists are they're currently marginalized. There's simply not enough industry. Family always comes first. A clash over homesteading. Early bird homesteaders each claim the same land in Lazio. Void the writs and organize reparations. That is going to cost me... That's actually very manageable cost. It's going to slow down our tick rate on this, but it's not the end of the world. I suppose there's no chance of increasing our success rate. Yeah, you know what? I'll just eat a little bit of extra cost, and it's going to have to be okay. It's still possible this will fail, despite the fact that we're in voting here. Our stats still aren't great. But we'll see what we can do. All right, let's go to speed 5. And yeah, we've got lots of convoys now. Portugal's up to cordial. Out of curiosity, stat-wise, what does it look like if we were doing this now? Okay. I mean, they're still not, like, deeply in the red. Protective attitude toward the Zulu. Yeah, still a threat to potentially join. We could build more troops, too, which will help to dissuade things. Maybe we'll just work on our own cash money here. I don't... 5 years of -2 on the landowners. Oh, no, they are already super pissy. Let's not push that any further. We'll just slow it down. That's fine. -30 or -50 there on the safe side. See what we can do. Oh, it can support more declared interest. Oh, we don't need it here, right? Listen. A little declared interest in France. Not offensively so. Backgroup dealings exposed. Oh, that's annoying, but we can do this one. Okay, this is dangerous because it gives us an extra setback. Oh, that doesn't increase our success chance. But these both lower it. Which would then trigger actually, it might be worth triggering one of these. Because our success chance would go to 0, which would trigger a full bill rewrite, which would be a setback. But I think would reset it to 10%. Yeah, I'm going to go, so this is the nature of politics. Resets all time modifiers. There you go. Failure. So we do that, so we get a setback. Oh, no, it just goes back to 9%. Okay. I guess it gives you a plus 10%. It doesn't set it to 10%, I think. Maybe, I don't know. What do I know? Clearly nothing. Criticism, influence, maneuvers, education. Oh, I can increase my institution for education, which I want to do. Now, that'll be -75, so we'll be sitting at about 0 bureaucracy. So I think the bureaucracy needs to expand to meet the needs of the expanding bureaucracy. And we'll just slap it down in Lazio as our capital here. I think that makes a lot of sense. We'll just sort of stay ahead of that. All right, we failed to get homesteading, which we knew was a possibility. Okay, let's go for protectionism instead. Oh, actually, the other thing is, do we have any agitators? Oh, I actively have an agitator. You endorse total separation. That is interesting. Don't know if that's something we want to... Look how much money we make when we're not constructing anything, which is nuts. Oh! There's assassination being planned! Someone's planning to assassinate Pope Luigi? Also, I hadn't recognized that our Pope's name was Luigi. Oh, Luigi. The great savior of things. Okay. We could probably increase our police support for that. As a... I think we just get some events and stuff too, right? Talk about the universe. Maybe it's more secret police than law enforcement. All right, how are we doing market-wise? Okay, currently iron's fine, although probably because we're not constructing. University spam. These goods, and we still don't have the surplus over here. I can see the trade centers continue to be really good for our economy, but I really want to start hammering these universities. We have none. And I do think what I might do is get one in each one of our sort of more core provinces. Universities take a while to build too. Atmospheric engine. Let me pick up the nitroglycerin for our mines. Yeah, universities at 400 construction cost are fairly beefy. Yay, 0%. That was quick. Of course, you have none. You're the head of the Catholic Church. Boo! Wheat farms, vineyards. I haven't checked our building modes in a little bit. Might be some stuff we could do. I do like this building registry screen. This wasn't in the game really last time I was playing. Yeah, we'll have a shortage of clippers, which we may or may not import. Well, the sweeteners deal. They would make some money if we added some sweeteners to our food. And pot stills to make liquor. Groceries. Yep, now it seems okay there. Let's enable this. So we might be hitting more of our tools, but so be it. Butchering tools, yeah. Let me go and flip a bunch of these modes on. Sawmills go on. I think the regular build mode is mostly okay for the logging camps. So I wonder if we want to... We need some hardwood. Okay, this is the only one doing hardwood production. That seems fine. I gotta hold off a sec for fertilizer, although... There, that's gonna produce some fertilizer for us. And we might be able to import the missing bits. Okay, hang on, let me unpause for a sec. Glorious Union. Power block. Oh yeah! I don't know anything about power blocks. Those are also feel new to me. Should we form a power block? Should we wait? Explain power blocks to me. These are new to me. Aren't the sweeteners in this case lead? Yeah, rewrite. Try this again. What do I want to do with them? That's been in the game for a little bit now. Power block equals Stellaris Federation, more or less. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Everyone with power block will dislike you if you create your own. Oh, that makes sense. Power blocks are new with 1.9? Are they? Maybe I've just been hearing about them for a while then. For some reason I was sure that was like 1.8 or something. Not the latest patch. Inside tip. Alright. Melchior, the leader of the civic nobility, has come to us with an alarming warning. He's accusing the intelligentsia of being the ones planning the assassination of Pope Luigi. Doesn't really surprise. They lose some political strength. Can we trust a rival? Gets a snitch for 5 years. Curious, because we've also been hearing rumors about him. Civic nobility. Oh, hearing rumors about this guy. I don't want to lower the political strength of the intelligentsia. They are actually... I'm going to say this way. We're going to lower the strength of the civic nobility, actually. All these interest groups like me. Like, ooh, support Italian unification. You know what? Maybe we should be beelining towards nationalism. What if someone else starts making Italy too much here? I can research nationalism now. Let's go and do this. Portugal. So how would you feel if I started a war with Zululand? Love that a little bit better. We might have to set up some extra deals with Portugal specifically. Military assistance. Military agreement. 2 countries. 1 country grants military assistance to their country, aiding them with enhanced training and military expertise, and improves relations. So you would be willing to just give me military assistance as is, without me offering you anything. You're like, totally fine with this. Okay. This seems good. I mean, maybe this is just a one-way relationship improvement, but I can give it a name. Oh, that's cool. I really like this. What great flavor. It'd be good for multiplayer, I think. All right. Might accept. 57% chance. 50% of the time, it works every time. Concordat between the Holy See and Portugal. All right. Cool. Let's let this continue to trickle up here before we start anything bigger. All right, get some universities going. Then I'll probably put lots of universities into Lazio just to get the stacking efficiency bonus, and then just try to get our innovation up to the innovation cap. Especially since currently our finances are good. If Portugal military access, he can't attack you. Oh, this is advanced. Okay. Yeah, we should probably look into... Army's just thinking, let's go and max out the iron mines number. I mean, it's going to happen in probably not too distant future. Take a step up. Atmospheric engine. Okay. That's a good mode for our mine. So this is going to start to consume coal, which I guess I don't have internally. But it's not actually going to lead to a shortage level. Now, that's one of the things with taking the Zulu territory, right? Oh, we do have access to some... Wow, Transvaal can build up to 104 coal mines? That's crazy pants. Your construction efficiency is still crap. Still, it might be worth queuing one up over there. I mean, it'll take forever to build. Romanticism, shouldn't you need a mode change as well? No, we actually need to be on just traditional art. So we need Arts Academy. What we need to do for now is just subsidize it so that it's at full employment. Or 90% employment. So traditional art, that's all we need. Just needs to have some employees, which we will do via subsidizing. And then that should tick that. Not a lot of art buyers right now, but that's going to be fine. You got to bootstrap it. You know, government subsidizing arts is a good and fine thing. Ah, -10. All right. Clandestine meeting organized by members of trade unions has been discovered. While they swear that the purpose was purely financial, many are those who suspect their connection to the assassination plotters. Looks like a party, +1, rather suspicious indeed. Worst things have been said about the intelligentsia. Tell you what, we're going to say rather suspicious. We're suspicious of everyone right now. Someone's trying to kill Pope Luigi. There we go. Employment going up. We'll need to get some more pepper soon. Gold discovered in Transvaal. What a surprise. We didn't expect this area to be rich in gold at all. Gold rush. Spread the word. Nintendo's lawyers coming from the imposter. Ha ha! It's a me, Luigi. Actually, I don't know what Luigi's voice is. I should probably be smashing down a bunch more universities. There you go. Level 2 education, though. That's nice. All right. It is going to continue to make the Roman Curia more powerful because, of course, these are religious schools. I wonder if we can get some support for public schools. Because that would be nice. Might not be. Okay, there we go. We got our plus 10% back. That's good. We're not moving forward, but... New admiral has presented himself. Ports Romagna. 2% of labor pops in Romagna become loyalists. Trade unions like it. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Men will follow him. That seems fine. We're going to be wrapping this up in a moment here. Hey, there we go. Patronized romanticism complete. All right, I'm going to yoink out the subsidies here. Because I'm a jerk that way. There you go. If you can't be profitable, you know what? We've changed our mind. All art must be commercial art. Learn to make logos for soup cans or something like that. The throughput increase, or... I think I'll just get the tech boost towards realism. That's fine. We don't need the throughput right now. The art isn't making much money regardless. The last thing we need is more art. You heard it from me, folks. The last thing the world needs is more art. So we're making a profit despite having some construction going on. It means we could be building more construction sectors. Ever-increasing influence. Oh no, I don't want the fellowship. No. No, screw those guys. Yeah, I'm at 0 aggression, which does also affect people's joining. -25. We're not, like, in the safe place for Portugal. And we can get this up to 50, so we might wait on that. Okay, iron's still expensive. I guess the coal shortage has fixed itself for now. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to add like 5 more construction sectors in Lazio. We're gonna pump up our construction speed. I think we can support it. Columbia Pact has been formed. Okie dokie. Now, okay, yeah, this only traded. Well, really, when we go to war, we do want the artillery coming in. I'm wondering... Nah, iron we still need to import a fair bit. Small arms, I guess... I do kind of want that done. Yeah, I guess I'm going to leave the iron where it is. Now, we don't have much of a shortfall right now, but it's about to switch. As we get more construction sectors going, that is going to eat more iron. Then I was wondering about building up more military. The Papal Dreams... Stories been making the rounds about a miner who struck it rich and became the wealthiest man in his town. People of Transvaal are beginning to live beyond their means. Can't be that harmful. Living standard. All that is gold does not glitter. I don't think I want more radicals. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Rousing speech plus 15% chance for protectionism. Really good. There you go. Tools. Tools as well. I guess we do have the subventions as well. Makes sense. We are going to consume more iron and more tools over here. So we're sort of going to want that to be met. Hey, protectionism. So now we can really pay like crazy for the iron. So we're really not going to have the same shortages, although we don't want to be paying like crazy for them. So it might still be a good idea for us to go and get these things sorted. I know like it looks like a huge deficit right now. With the extra construction, I suppose it is. I guess we should probably get all our gold mines going. I think that probably does make a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, Quill instantly throwing his own pro-art movement under the bus. Yep, it was politically convenient for a moment, and then it wasn't, so screw him. So yeah, huge deficit right now because we're paying a lot for some construction at this time. I mean, the government is paying for the iron. The government's paying the iron price right now, sort of twice, because we're also paying to import this stuff like crazy mad, and then buying it off our own market. But so be it. Ah, I forgot that these guys are... Oh, the construction efficiency is non-existent. Oh, I forgot about that. We might kind of sort of make more money just by keeping our construction good prices lower. Damn. Near them. Luigi, the leader of the ruling Roman Curia, has had enough of compromising with coalition partners. Lose popularity, -1. Very well. Okay, so rural folk and intelligentsia would lose some things, both of which are fine. We wouldn't lose the honest work trait. I think we'll just go and say that. There we go. Luigi's going to be popular. Fervently nationalistic, armed forces turned its rhetoric towards Austria. Yes. Armed forces joined the anti-Austrian League. Yep, sounds good. Venetian is rightfully papal. Yes. Not that we're in a position to go to war against Austria right now, but... You know, these are taking a long time. Oof. Oof. Assassination! Pope Luigi, no! Ooh. Federico's our new pope. What's your deal, buddy? You are a traditionalist. I mean, that's pretty appropriate for a pope. Card 8. Investment rights. Allow France to build in papal states. How do people feel about that? I mean, it's going to create more industry in our land. I guess we could yoink it later and nationalize it. Obviously, that's not going to make people particularly happy. And mostly, it's going to be taking profits away from us and sending it to France. It will make France pretty happy. Then it gives us leverage generation. How do people feel about this? Oh, that times quickly. We're not integrating this right now. Maybe we should. I don't know. kind of want to say no. Kind of just want to say no. Sorry. I mean, and you are, like, offering me nothing for it, right? Okay, these prices are improving a little bit. Yeah, get the extra logging camp, which will also be good for making people not be peasants. But we are now starting to pay a little bit interest for one of the first times in the game. Hear you correctly, you tried to make Luigi the Pope. Luigi was the Pope when we started off with. You start the game with Pope Luigi. Unfortunately, he has been assassinated. Go figure. I could have negotiated Aspen. I suppose that's true. We'll do that. All right. Now do we go back over here? You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the government construction. So that all the construction stuff is going to go to the private thing. They'll build up some money, and then we'll just pay off our debt. A Pope always pays his debts. And I think with that, we'll bring this stream to an end. We're going to be continuing this on Wednesday. Monday, Wednesdays are going to be Victoria 3 as the Papal States for a little bit. Saturday, I don't know what. We're going to go and raid a Kiss for Luck for a second. But this was fun. It's so nice to be back in Vicky. It has been a while, and it's such a good game. My God, they've done a wonderful job with it. And this update, this new trade mechanic, like barely starting to scratch the surface of understanding for it personally. But it feels more realistic and automated. One of the nice things about Vicky 2 is that the trade it felt realistic and organic because of its automation. The downside of it is the trade was like so incomprehensible. Here it sort of feels like it's making sense. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. And yeah, I still want to go and warn and, you know, sort of coalesce our land in Africa here a little bit more. We need to get those people down there a little less cranky. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to get to do that. Not with our current laws and things, but yeah, people are pretty turmoily. We could consider incorporating, but these are going to take forever because there's like a complete mismatch of things. But we could. I mean, we've got the bureaucracy, so we'll see. Anyway, we're going to go and raid a Kiss for Luck, and we are going to be back on... Sorry. All right, wrong chat. I was posting links to a Kiss for Luck channel in her channel rather than typing it over here. Folks, give a Kiss for Luck some love. I'll see you on Wednesday for more Vicky 3. Bye-bye.